Meeting tonight? I need a little more energy from you guys. Thank you so much. Good for next meeting. It's Sancho Pancho Villa.
What is up upstage? Let's go, man! Hell yeah! Did y'all watch the Bad Bunny halftime show? Yeah? All the ladies and dudes, did y'all's bets hit at least? Yeah? Dude, my bets hit. I took my girl to Applebee's, bro. That chicken hurt, right? You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, man. Dude, so a lot of people usually can't tell when they first look at me. But I am a veteran. Give it up for veterans one time. I used to let the crowd guess what branch I was in, but every guess kept hurting my feelings. So I'll just tell y'all, dude, I served for 4 years in high school ROTC. Well, that doesn't count. Dude, I was in those hallways, bro. Shit, you couldn't tell me nothing, bro. Man, I remember one time someone yelled and was like, you're not a veteran. And ROTC stands for Rejects of the Campus. And I'm like, that's a very unpatriotic lunch lady. What the hell? Now, before I go any further, after high school, I also went and served for 4 years in the Marine Corps. Let's go. Hell yeah, we rock. Yeah. And it's wild because like I was 5'3" when I first went into the Marines, and then I came out at 5'1". So I lost 2 inches where it really mattered. But you know what? Even though there's a bunch of disadvantages to being short, there are some advantages to being short in the Marines, right? Like when my homeboys would like be crawling on like their elbows and knees under barbed wire, I would just be like slightly hunched over. Really like the Greek skull Christmas and shit. And we always have to dig fighting positions foxholes. A basic foxhole is 6 feet wide, 3 feet deep. And all my friends are like crammed in there with their weapon in their gear. And I'm like bringing a hammock and shit. I'm like, shit, bro, posted up. It was like a freaking sweep in that motherfucker, dude. Hell yeah. We'll patrol through fields with tall grass. I didn't have to worry about snipers anymore. I would, however, have to keep my eyes peeled in the sky for like hawks. Or like other large predators. You know what I'm saying? Dude, crazy story, a hawk actually tried to pick me up one time. So it's sick. He got like a 1.5 feet off the ground before he dropped me. I guess even Mother Nature was like, too much cholesterol. Another time I thought it was a hawk, it was just like a very tall, slender gay man. Just circling me. Hey, either way, the hawk and the gay dude, they both thought it looked like a snack, you know what I'm saying? Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. Dude, so people, obviously as you heard, my name is Sancho. For those of y'all in the crowd that aren't familiar with Hispanic terminology, Sancho is a term of endearment in the Hispanic culture. It basically means side dude. But we got a bunch of different nicknames, right? You got side dude, you got work husband, work boyfriend. When I work in the nice parts of San Antonio, they call me the gardener. You know what I'm saying? And people are like, what makes you a good Sancho? And I'm like, dude, I'm 5'1" on a good day. If the husband goes home early from work, I'm getting out most average size windows, dude. You know what I'm saying? And then if she's like, living in the ghetto, and she's got like those prison bars in the windows, I'm out that doggy door, you know what I'm saying? Wood. Yeah. Dude, if I gotta leave in a hurry and leave my shoes behind, like no one's worried about size 7.5. I think I saw a candy written on the bottom of one of these. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Dude, I'm so short, the ring camera doesn't even pick me up. You know what I'm saying? We out here, baby. Yeah, dude. I feel like being a Sancho is like being a substitute teacher, right? Like, I just, show up and do my best. And I really hope the main guy doesn't show up while I'm still there. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And so, I am born and raised in Texas, right? So, yeah, let's go, Texas. Love it. Sorry to disappoint everyone that isn't from here and thought everything was bigger in Texas, but yeah. That's crazy. I was like the guy that they shot out of the cannon in the Marines, you know what I'm saying? No, I was engineering in the Marines, which is cool, right? Because like I like work with generators, I work with heavy equipment, I work with explosives. Dude, I came out and I had more qualifications than my cousin with 3 fake IDs. You know what I'm saying? But no, being born and raised in Texas, man, like I've noticed that the lower the area code of the city, the safer the city is, right? So like San Antonio, right? Military city, USA. Like, dude, we have so many veterans. Like, everyone's a veteran, even the homeless. You know? I say that as a joke, but so much really right in the comments, man. Let's get out. Dude, I like got into town, right? Because I'm from a small town. I got into town and like one was like holding, like I had some money out for, a guy I wanted to sign. The sign said, "This could be you one day." And I was like, "You sure right." So I rolled my window up, bro. Put that $5 back in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Hell nah. No, dude, and then you go to the 512, right? You got Austin, right? And like Austin, it's weird, but it's not too crazy. As long as like you get out of there by midnight before the crackheads start coming out of the alleyway and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Seguin. Anyone know where Seguin's at? Yeah? Hell yeah. If you're going all the way to Houston on I-10, like, keep going to Luling, dude. Like, it's not safe in Seguin, you know? People call it the Dirty 830 or area code's 830. And so I want to give a shout out to some of my female friends that are at this table right here. Come all the way from Seguin to see me. There's a lot of prostitution in Seguin as well. Dude, you go to Seguin. This is how I talk to my friends. This doesn't turn off. This is who I am. Like, people think it's no. Dude, like, you go to Seguin, there's like a trap house on every corner, right? Like, and that's not a cute name for an escape room. Like, no. Unless you accidentally break into one, then it becomes an escape room very quickly, you know? And then you got the Rio Grande Valley, the 956, right? Puro 956, where like people working behind the counter are fucking eggers and shit. Freaking cashiers at Chick-fil-A are like 17 and pregnant. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's insane at 956. Bro, I knew I was in a bad area when I didn't even leave the country and still had to go through a checkpoint to come back. Like, what is that? Right? Like, dude, I could stab someone, I could rob a bank, and run through someone's backyard, and I'm in Mexico. Like, living out my dreams, bro. Like, it's insane. But yeah, before I get out of here, I do want to talk about the kind of women I'm into. Believe it or not, ironically, I am into taller women. But not for any weird, like, fetish reason like a normal person, no. I just want to hopefully get one pregnant, so that way my kids have a chance. I don't like a normal life, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, you can at least help me reach the top shelf, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm tired of asking for help to get the Chick-fil-A sauce and H-E-B, bro. It's embarrassing, you know? But, dude, like, tall women, they're hard to hit on, bro. They're super hard to hit on. Like, I was in on this one super tall girl, right? She was like 5'5". And, and I was in there with all the pickup lines, right? I was like, "Hey, what's up, girl? You know, you got a little Mexican in you. You want another one?" You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm gonna make you a single mother of 3. You know what I'm saying? You could be Dora, I could be your backpack. You know. She looks down at me and she's like, "You're so short, you'd have to go up on me in the bed." And I was like, that's a very weird way to ask if I keep a stepladder in my trunk. Because I do, you know? Oh man, and I can't date them anymore. Can't do it. Like my last tall girlfriend, like she got mad at me because I was going out to go do comedy. She's like, "Well, let's see how far you go without keys." She grabs my keys and she throws them on top of the refrigerator. And I knew she was planning on having this argument because as I see my keys go up there, all 3 of my stepladders that I keep around the house were also up there. And this is why I can't mess with white girls anymore, right? Because like she was super into horoscopes, and she was like, and started apologizing afterwards. She was like, "I'm sorry, it's because I'm an asparagus," or whatever. And I was hurt by this. And so I did what any rational Sancho would do. I called that bitch's husband. And I was like, "Hey bro, our girl is tripping, right?" Dude, on that same note, I have a problem with tall men who, no, not just all tall men, no, even though everyone's pretty much tall to me, right? But tall dudes who use the short urinal in the restroom. Because like, now I gotta go And I gotta like tippy toe like I'm trying to, get on a roller coaster and throw my chimichanga chocolate over the rim and make sure it doesn't touch, because how am I gonna explain to a girl that I got crabs in a men's restaurant? You know what I'm saying? Hey man, y'all have been beautiful. Thank y'all so much. I'm Sancho Pancho Villa.
I don't use a small urinal, guys. Just look at me like I use a small urinal. I did give him crabs, though. Give it up for our next comedian. Make it loud, guys.